The Bengals have a golden opportunity. Jabril Peppers was recently released by the Patriots and could be a target along with another safety that has been on the free agent market. We'll discuss what this could mean if the Bengals sign either one and why it's important to consider such options going into the season. Welcome to the jungle. This is Isaac Coffman with Bengals Digest. Happy to see all you Bengals fans. Hope you're having a great day. And if you want to be up to date with everything Bengals, smash that subscribe so you'll be up to date when our new videos drop and join the community. We want to hear your voice. We are getting so close to week one. It's exciting time. Football season is upon us. So join in on the fun. Again, be sure you are subscribed. Well, the big thing for the Bengals is going to be that defense. It goes without saying, until we get into week one, we get into these coming weeks without Golden, that's going to be the big question mark. And fair, unfair, there are weaknesses on this team, but that's going to be the biggest concern for Bengals fans, considering how they performed last year. The hope is they're going to be able to improve and build upon last year, because towards the end of the season, they did start to get some momentum. They started to really turn it on. You're hoping that they had that momentum going into this season. Sometimes teams do that. It's surprising how, even though that was last year, last season, sometimes that's what they need. But there is a golden opportunity that the Bengals should seize right now. The Patriots have announced that they have cut veteran safety Jabril Peppers. This is huge. It was just out of the blue. Just nobody saw this really coming. And there's been some red flags, some issues in the past with Jabril Peppers. One thing to note is in the past, he was accused of domestic violence, but he was found not guilty. There was some kind of a situation there where he was wrongfully accused. It is in the past, though. That's not the issue. This release has to be something else. There could be some red flags there. Remains to be seen. Regardless, the Bengals have got to be excited to see this, and it's no knock against the current safeties. Jordan Battle and Geno Stone are the starters going into the season, and they might be confident in those guys. But my thing is, it's good to have at least 3 solid safeties. Those are ones that I feel defenses are able to have that rotation. Again, with injuries, you just don't know. Why not go out and get a guy like Jabril Peppers? Why is he such a big deal? Well, the big thing is, even he came out and said it was kind of a surprise to him because his PFF grade, the last 2 years, he is 90 PFF overall. That's good for 4th among all safeties. That's huge. This guy is now on the market. Why not at least bring this guy in for a visit? You got to see what's going on. What was the concern? Is it a salary thing? He was due about $8 million. Maybe, considering things, that's how much it would be to sign him. But that's huge. That's absolutely huge. He only played 6 games last year due to injury. So maybe that's the concern. Maybe there's more of the injury. Again, the Bengals will have a workout. They'll have the physical and all that stuff. But I'm all for it. Why not get this guy in? I can't get over that. Even last year, only playing 6 games, he was at an 82.3 PFF grade. That's just a big boost that this Bengals defense needs. And maybe, again, a guy can step up. They have Tyson Anderson, another guy that's on the defense they could certainly turn to. But why not? Why not get a guy like Jabril Peppers? I mean, that is just, to me, a lockdown safety, and he can play both safety positions. He's got the experience. He's a veteran, and that just brings that stability, because Jordan Battle, this is going to be his first year starting. Geno Stone doesn't have as much history of starting. Last year was really his first go. When he was with the Ravens, he didn't have as much of those starting role. So again, not as proven as a guy like Jabril Peppers. I think that's a no-brainer. You got to go with a guy that brings stability to that defense. That's one thing that's been lacking. I think a big factor last year was you have so many young guys. You got to have that veteran presence. And why not? That's a guy, I just keep asking that question. Why not? What is the holdup? Maybe there's something there, but going back to, again, a guy that for the last 2 years, 90 PFF, 4th among safeties. I'd be lining up. I'll just do it. That's my message to the Bengals. You have that option. And yes, we're a week out from week one. there's so many things that they're going to have to get these guys up to speed if they bring in any free agents at this time. But this is an opportunity. Seize it. Take advantage of this opportunity. In addition to Peppers, another guy that actually plays the safety position too is Justin Simmons. And what's interesting about this is that he has been kind of going back and forth with Chad Johnson. There was a post that he had recently. I'm all over the place, guys. Pardon me on that. But if you were keeping up with X, it was an interesting back and forth with Chad Johnson. And it was kind of left as kind of funny. He was talking about the Skyline chili that he never tried it before. And Chad Johnson was kind of like, well, here you guys go. You guys take over. So that's cool. I think Chad Johnson's kind of that ambassador for the Bengals. So it was kind of interesting and fun to see him get in on the fun. Now, the thing is, Justin Simmons, he's been in the league for a while, and he, in the past, has been a very solid safety. My concern comes with he is at a 59.9 PFF grade. And I bring out these stats. I'm not saying it's everything. I'm not trying to say that if a guy doesn't hit a certain marker on PFF, they should or shouldn't sign him. But that is a concern, because another thing to note about Justin Simmons is that he had a 19.8% missed tackle. Does that ring any bells? Especially with this Bengals defense, you're talking missed tackles been just the kryptonite of this team. It feels like if they would have just made that one tackle, that was the play they needed on certain drives. Adding a guy like that, I mean, again, he's that veteran, like I just spoke about, of getting stability with the young guys. But they also did that with Von Bell last year. And I really like Von Bell. He was obviously a big part of that Super Bowl team. Unfortunately, I think he just lost a step or two and just didn't have that presence that you were hoping last year. So that was part of it. So it's not always a given. It's not everything of you just sign a veteran. I feel like he's a great option, but they would want to explore that more. I think Jabril Peppers is kind of your slam dunk guy. As long as everything checks out, again, what the reason the Patriots cut, why this late too, there might be some concerns there. But I go back to, again, any way you can bolster this defense, opportunities like this, they're going to come and go very quickly. The Bengals have the cap space to sign a guy like him. Not all teams have that luxury. That's why this is such a golden opportunity for the Bengals to take advantage of. They have got to make this happen, because they could sign a guy like him. And the thought is, okay, you have all this cap space in case of injuries, in case maybe if someone has a down year and you do need to go out and get another guy. They could certainly sign one of these guys and still have plenty of cap space in those types of scenarios as the season goes on. Remains to be seen. It's going to be one of those things to keep an eye on, but I hope it goes faster rather than slower, because again, we're a week out from the season officially starting. Get these guys in if you decide to go with one of them. Justin Simmons has been on the market for the year, so that's another reason there might be some question marks of his production. Maybe it is kind of on the downslope, but I'm not going to be against it. I'm not trying to say that, but I do have my concerns compared to Jabril Peppers. I think out of the two, that would be my one to go with, because that's just going to bolster this defense. I can't say it enough. They have got to get better on defense, starting with that safety. I'll go back to Jesse Bates. It just feels like ever since he departed, they have been struggling to get that more of a solid position, one that is locked down like you need on defense. So we'll wait and see what happens. We'll see what the Bengals are thinking. Maybe another team swoops in and picks him up before the Bengals can, but let's hope the Bengals at least get their shot. They at least get him in for a workout or see if he is going to be a good fit for the team. But we want to hear from you guys. Do you think the Bengals should sign one of these guys, Jabril Peppers or Justin Simmons? Comment below and leave your comments as well. And what's your excitement for the season? Again, we are a week out. Football season is here. It's an exciting time of the year. We want to hear from you guys. And again, if you have not already, be sure you smash that subscribe button so you'll be up to date when all of our new videos drop. So that's going to do it for now, guys. As we say, Hoo day.